What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So guys, it is early on a Saturday morning, usually about the time when I do things like this, but today we're gonna be installing lowering springs on the G80 M3. If you guys have been watching my videos, you'll know I've had these springs for a little while now, just been waiting for the right day to do them. Now, if you guys didn't watch those previous videos, I already showed you what springs I have, but just in case you didn't, this is what we're gonna be installing today. I know the box is upside down, but these are the AST lowering springs, obviously again, for the G80 M3. So huge shout out and thank you to Keys Motorsports for sending these out to me. So if you guys haven't seen these before, there's really nothing too special about them. This is gonna be for the rear, and then these over here are gonna be for the front. Now, I do have some friends coming over, Sticks and JD. If you guys know my channel, you know them very well. They're gonna come by and help me out with this because sometimes it's just easier to have multiple people. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get started until they get here. I'm expecting the rear to be much easier because there's pretty much only one bolt you have to undo. The front, I don't know yet. There's a bit of a shortcut way, so I'm gonna try the shortcut way. All right guys, it's been a bit. If you can hear him in the background, we got JD, who I'm gonna get demonetized for because of the way he's dressed. Stop flexing on him, bro. No girls watch my videos, don't worry. you gotta do it's 99% males, and we got Sticks over there. They helped me out.
You gotta do like the superheroes. You see the superheroes, how they come out of the pool and they have like the, you seen the TikTok? Where it's like Iron Man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what he's talking about, guys. Anyways, well, they keep on going. We did the front left. It wasn't hard, but there were some spots that we're just like not sure about. So what we're gonna do now, we didn't do the rear yet. We're gonna do the front right, and we're gonna try to knock that out. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is jack up the car. Let's go. What are you doing?
Baila tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.
Start jacking up the car. And then we take off the wheels. What do we need to do? All right, so Sticks, follow me over here. While he does that, what we have to do is take off this plastic piece to get to some of the cameraman Sticks out here.
Yeah, you making mad noise, bro. Damn, bro.
Yes, stop, man. We got to take off this plastic piece, get to this sensor, and do this. Yeah, that's the explanation. that's all I got. So we're gonna start taking that off. Did we use this? No, we used the other one. We didn't use that one. All right, let's get the other one. Guys, just so you know, I have like 2 hours left at this point. Oh. So we gotta finish the other 3 corners in 2 hours. And then I gotta go, because I gotta go pick up the X5. And
me got to work too.
I have 2 hours and 20 minutes.
You got to work too?
And then JD has work. All right, so we gotta take off all these little like fasteners. Come on, you stupid thing. I'm ugly and I'm proud. Is that what he calls it? No?
You've been promoted!
Congratulations!
You see?
You're now my favorite employee!
You seen it? JD hasn't seen it. I was saying it in the gym, but none of them could freaking give me, bro.
Alright, so next thing we gotta do is take off the sensor. So this, believe it or not, just comes straight up. Just like that. Alright, so this way we can actually access the top hat, which we're not gonna start taking off yet, but we will. Alright, so we're gonna take off the wheel. Honestly, guys, I would not do this job without power tools. Like, I don't know how I used to do stuff without power tools.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard, bro.
I get it's an investment, but like, yo, it makes your life 10 times easier. I would sit here with like a breaker bar.
Literally, bro.
All right. Put this inside. All right, so we have to remove this sensor over here. I believe it's a T27. We got to take off this bracket because we're gonna take all this down and pull it forward so we can get to the spring. But we have to take off, there's 2 bolts. So you'll have the bolt going through here, the nut on this side. That way we can take off the bracket. And then otherwise, we also got to take off the sway bar end link. It's this right over here. This is a counter hold. So it's a T30 inside and then a 16 mil on the outside. So we got to do all that. So let's start. All right, so this sensor again is a T27. Just come off pretty easily. Oh, dang it. By the way, guys, if you ever want to lose screws, just put it back where you found it. So that way you remember. Then we can pull this sensor out and away. Oh, that's what it is. My elite employees. All right, so we got to take off the sway bar end link. On the other side, I was able to just hit it with the impact and it came out. But we'll see. I actually didn't have to worry about the counter hold, but let's see if we're gonna get lucky again. Ah, we did. All right, so we got one over here, and then on the other side, let's see if I can reach it. All right, so that's one. So now everything over here is removed. What we have to do is remove the bolts up top, and then we're gonna swing this out, take out the spring, take off the top hat. We're not gonna use spring compressors, by the way, and we're not gonna take it out from whatever you call that. It's because it's sort of like a shortcut to do it.
What is this guy doing, guys?
Yeah. Girl. Tell Dad.
Congratulations, we're gonna have a BMW.
You guys are idiots. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is compress the wheel, hold it up. So that way we can start to take off the top hat. And then what we're gonna do is like pretty much, instead of using spring compressors, so that way you release the tension, we're gonna kind of use the car to release the tension. So we're gonna undo the top hat and then slowly bring down the whole assembly. So that way, you know, again, we don't have to use spring compressors, which I have, but this is gonna be a shorter way of doing it. Hopefully, who knows? So we're gonna put the 18 millimeter pass through, and then we're gonna have,
There we go.
the 10 mil. Again, this is also a counter hold. There's a lot of counter hold stuff when it comes to suspension. All right, yeah, so I undid the bolt over here, the nut over here, so that way theoretically it's detached from.
No, it doesn't really look like it. It's like, look at this.
So that way we can lower the whole assembly, and then basically just like pull it out. What we're gonna have to do is take off this fender liner over here, because to get this out, you need a little more clearance. It's just gonna make it a lot easier. So we're gonna take out this portion of the fender liner, give us a little more clearance, bring it down, out, take out the spring, put in the new spring, and then reassemble everything. Recording? Yep. I think it's all clear. All right. Is it clear? Yeah, it's clear. All right, so this should give us a lot more clearance. The next thing we're gonna do is put a whole bunch of masking tape on the car right over here, because when we're pulling this out, obviously, it's inevitable, you're gonna hit your car a little bit. All right, guys, you can see I put a whole bunch, there's literally like 4 layers of masking tape here. That way, if the thing hits it, we'll be good. So this should be disconnected from the top hat. JD's gonna undo the jack over here, and then slowly, of course, because there's a whole bunch of tension on the spring. All right, spring is out. Top hat's still on there, which is fine. That's what we want. Get the jack out. All right, now I'm gonna have to pull this up and away. All right, there it goes. It was caught up on that for a bit.
There we go. You got a maneuver.
Beautiful. You're recording still, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is gonna go in like that, right? All right, let's bring this. So this should go like that. Judy, I'm gonna need your help. Bringing
Let's line it up. Alright. That was the axle?
Yep. Yep, good.
Good?
Yep, keep going. All right.
Stopped it?
Yeah. All right, guys, so we got everything back in. New spring is in. We think we aligned it the right way based on some videos I watched online. We got it back inside the top hat, so we're gonna tighten this. And then honestly, we just need to put everything back together. That's not too bad. Anyways, that was actually a lot easier than the first time we did it, right? Yeah.
I agree.
It was Sticks was recording, JD was helping me out.
25% faster.
25%. Nah, it was like, we took like an
75%.
hour to do the first one.
And that was like 20 minutes.
That was like 20 minutes. But we're not done yet. We still have to tighten everything down. So JD, you want to start working on tightening this down, and then I'll work down there. All right, guys, we finished up this side. It's all done. The car already looks much lower. Shout out to JD and Sticks. JD has to run, so I appreciate you, bro. Sticks is gonna stick around. And yeah, guys, I mean, I'll show you guys the finished product at the end of the video. I'll do some like B-rolls and stuff like that. For now, we have to do the rear. So I'm gonna do the rear driver's side, just see like what it's like, get a better sense for everything, and then I will film the passenger side. All right, guys, so I went ahead and did, with the help of sticks, the rear driver's side. All we have left at this point, assuming we didn't mess anything up and have to redo anything, is the passenger side rear. Anyways, with that said, we're gonna start taking off the wheel, jacking up the car. I'm gonna do my best to try to film it. Sticks is over there working on his car, so he's gonna come back when I need his help. But for now, let's get the car prepped. All right, so underneath here, you guys can obviously easily see the spring right over here. It's nice because the strut and the spring are separate in the rear. Now to remove it, all we have to do is remove that one bolt right in there. Now the issue with that bolt is on the other side, which I won't be able to clearly show you guys. You don't really have too much space. Maybe I can show you guys from this angle. So hopefully you can see that. But right in there, all the way at the end, you don't have too much space. So again, you need a wrench, a 21mm wrench, which I didn't have, so I had to run to Home Depot and get. But once you remove that one bolt, you can basically then swing this down and remove your spring and install the new one. On the driver's side, there is a leveling sensor, which I believe goes somewhere over here in the same area. It's only a 10 mil, so you have to make sure you remove that before dropping it on the driver's side. But on the passenger side, there's nothing. It again is just that one bolt. So before I even remove that bolt, I'm going to use this extra jack and jack up that swing arm. That way when I basically undo that bolt, this swing arm doesn't come like crashing down with all the tension of the spring. All right, hopefully I'm not blocking your view, but let's see if we can get this out. All right, the bolt is out. Now we can lower this and take out the spring. All right, so here is the old spring, here's the new spring. We have to transfer the top piece as well as the bottom piece onto the new one. Now keep in mind, guys, this little rubber nub thing is gonna help you align basically underneath the swing arm there. So there's like a little hole that this rubber nub has to go through, so just make sure it goes through there. If it doesn't, you're doing it wrong. So with that said, I'm gonna transfer these. I'm gonna try to get the spring in there, and then I'm gonna have Sticks, who's right over there, help me line everything up, and hopefully it goes smooth. All right, sorry I didn't film that, guys, but me and Sticks just went through a bit of torture trying to line that bolt in. Honestly, having two people, having a jack, and then also having something like my Big Bertha over here to help you leverage things, just help get everything aligned. But at this point, theoretically, we're done. We just got to throw the wheel back on, and I think that's pretty much it. Now, what I'm gonna end up doing is going on a test drive to make sure that I didn't screw anything up. I don't hear any weird clunking or anything like that. And then I have to get a wheel alignment. I'm gonna wait till the springs settle fully to get in alignment, so hopefully in a week. All right, so it's been a week since that last clip that you guys saw. We finished installing the lowering springs on the G80 M3. I let it settle over time, so I actually had to drive it a little bit just to help it settle. And guys, we finally have the finished product. So with that said, here it is. This thing looks so much better. The stance is just, it's honestly perfect in my opinion. I wanna go any lower than this. I wanna go any higher than this. I think this is absolutely perfect. So these springs, I think, did a great job. Here's just a quick close-up of the front wheel gap. I have about maybe like a finger or so. And then in the rear, probably same thing actually, have about like a finger. So overall, guys, this looks way better. The car just looks so much more aggressive with the stance. Like, this car desperately needed to be lowered. Now, just as a reminder, guys, I do have some 15 mil spacers on the rear as well as the front. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about like fitment and all that. Yeah, overall, guys, this looks so freaking good. So again, huge shout out and thank you to Keys Motorsports for sending me out the lowering springs. Thank you to Sticks and JD for helping me install this, because honestly, guys, this is not an easy job. You can do it by yourself, but it's just so much easier with friends. So Sticks, JD, I appreciate you guys. But anyways, as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop it a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
you don't listen,